going to be talking about things that you eat or snack on and that you didn't know that they are Mexican. Are you ready to take this discovery journey with me? Welcome to the Tequila Princess channel. Hi! In case you are new around here, my name is Ro, and I am a Mexican former flight attendant, super passionate about Mexico, tequila, and aviation. So those are the three topics that you will see the most in this channel. Today we are going to be talking about 5 things that you can eat that you probably didn't know that they are Mexican. And we're going to be starting with nachos. They were created in 1940 by Ignacio Anaya in Piedras Negras, Coahuila. Piedras Negras is a border town with US, and the story says that Ignacio was getting ready to close the restaurant when a group of ladies, army wives, arrived to the place asking for something to snack on. As it was almost closing time, he didn't have that many ingredients, and because it was kind of near of the Great Depression time, well, situation was not exactly great. He grabbed everything that he had in hand and created this delicious snack. It is made of tortilla chips that usually have the shape of a triangle, cheese, and jalapeno chili. The ladies enjoyed so much this snack that they started asking, "What's the name of this?" And because it was not really on the menu, he came up with Nachos Special, because in Spanish-speaking countries, Ignacio has the nickname of Nacho. So he created nachos. Very fun and also delicious. Delicious and spicy. We've taken a snack already. Let's pass to the salads and main course, because the following can apply to both categories. A Caesar salad. I am pretty sure that if you have never ordered it, at least you have seen it in many menus. It was invented in 1924 by Cesar Cardini in Tijuana, Baja California. His daughter told a magazine on an interview that during a 4th of July rush hour, they were running out of ingredients and everybody just kept asking for more. So, very cleverly, he invented a salad that he could serve to everybody while the rest of the food arrived. He grabbed some Roman lettuce, which is the round one and kind of paler, croutons, Parmesan cheese, and created a dressing using lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, egg, Worcestershire sauce, Dijon mustard, anchovies, and black pepper. And he mixtured all of these ingredients to create the dressing. And this was the result. Delicious. Of course, it's much better to eat this with a fork, but I just improvised. It can also be taken as a main dish because it is most commonly served with grilled chicken breast. But let's move on to the next one. Following with the line, this time we're going to be passing to dessert. Chocolate. A lot of people think that chocolate comes from Switzerland, as many of the more common and popular presentation of chocolate were created by Swiss guys, but it actually comes from Mexico. We have evidence of many cultures using cacao beans for trade and also for fermenting different kind of drinks for rituals. But the first evidence that we have of the use of cacao as chocolate was with the Olmeca culture in Tabasco, as early as 1500 before Christ. The name of this delicious treat comes from the Nahuatl word chocolatl, and although today we can find it in a bar or as powder, back then it was used as a drink. Prepared with roasted and grinded cacao beans, chocolate in powder, prepared with water instead of milk as we are used to today. Let's mix it a little bit more. I am missing a molinillo so that I can make this properly. And then they added grinded cinnamon. Let's make some more. And finally, chili. It used to be powder, but I only have flakes, so I will see how it tastes. This very rich and spicy drink was reserved for royalty and also for warriors. Although the first ones to start drinking this very special drink were the Olmeca culture, it expanded to the Aztec, the Toltec, the Mayans, and basically all Mesoamerica. Now I will try it. I have to be honest, I have never tried it like this, without sugar, with cinnamon and chili. Let's see how it goes. It's very intense and definitely not what I am used to. It is lacking some sugar for my taste. So apparently I have a taste very similar to the Europeans back in the conquest times, because precisely they decided to add the sugar and made it super popular in Spain, which later brought it to France and then to the rest of Europe. Nowadays it's very common to enjoy it either in a bar or as a drink. This one in particular is a style of chocolate that I enjoy a lot. It's a bar of chocolate that is made for a liter of water or milk. You heat it up and then you add this and use a molinillo, the tool that I was telling you about before, this one over here, to mix it with the milk or water. The rings in the molinillo will make it extra foamy. Delicious! Now, after finishing a meal, you might want to freshen up your breath with the next thing that we are going to be checking out. Bubblegum. This might be probably the thing that will blow your mind the most. Although there were attempts to similar things like this in several places, the bubblegum that we know today is based on what the Mayans on the Yucatan Peninsula used to chew on. It is the sap of a tree called chico zapote that is boiled until a very elastic point and then mixture with whatever you want. They used to add a few herbs to give it some flavor, but later the Americans mixed it with sugar. And you might be asking, how the Americans came by with the chicle. That is how the Aztecs used to know it. Because remember, Mesoamerica had a lot of trade, so everything that was happening with the Mayans, the Olmecs, the Toltecs, the Zapotecas, and many other cultures used to reach the most powerful empire, which was the Aztec one. Everything happened during the decade of 1860, when the former president Antonio López de Santa Anna visited Thomas Adams. And he brought from Mexico to New York a ton of chicle, bubblegum. Although it was brought as a substitute for rubber, it didn't really work for that, but it did work as bubblegum. And the first flavor, the more popular back in that time, mint. Officially in 1871, the company of the Adams New York Chewing Gum started. And from there, many more. Many of those, they actually still exist today. And you can find them in all sorts of different presentations. It is fantastic because they can freshen up your breath, they can entertain your idle mouth, or you can just play with them. Or after chewing a while, although nowadays bubblegum is no longer made with the sap of the chico zapote, but with a neutral plastic base. So if you can find organic bubblegum, that would be definitely much better. The final thing that I want to share with you that is Mexican and you probably didn't know is something that is perfect for snacking while watching a movie snuggled in the sofa with your significant other. Popcorn. Although many cultures throughout all America have been using corn as part of their food for many centuries, Mexico was the first one to cultivate the corn. And the popcorn, or palomitas de maíz, as we know them in Spanish, was one of the most ancient snacks that we have evidence of, mostly in Aztec settlements, as early as 3600 before Christ. And it is very simple to make. You only require a special kind of corn, like this one, that when it is heated, it pops. The Aztecs use a hot clay pot with a lid, and they put all the grains inside, cover it, and put it on the fire. And you can hear, after a few seconds, the very typical pop of the corn turning into this delicious snack. Most of us grew up going to the cinema and enjoying delicious popcorn with our movies. And you can most commonly find it either sweet with caramel or salty, like this one with butter. But you will find many other styles: cheddar, jalapeno, chocolate, and all sorts of different and fun flavors. Which is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below which of these 5 foods was the one that surprised you the most that it is Mexican. And also, just in case, let me know if there is one of them that you have actually never tried, which is gonna be kind of hard. All of them are very popular. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to click on the bell to get notifications every single time that I upload a new video. And don't worry, there is another movie reaction coming next. As always, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Tequila Princess, out. Bye!